अच्छा ठीक है मैडम, थैंक यू।
एक बार अनाउंस करो।
I request the members of Delhi Study Group to leave the seats for the foreign guests. First 4 rows.
Thank you. नाम कैसे टीका लगाओ और इनके लिए भी डालो।
The organization, the main focus of the organization is basically on contemporary issues of national, local, and international level. The Study Group has organized nearly 250 programs during the past 33 years of its existence. Philanthropic programs of assistance to downtrodden segments of our society has taken our hallmark. So in today's program, 38 African head nations are confirmed and have today to attend this program. The objective of this program is to connect with the Africa, to do business and trade with the Africa, to promote more Indian investments in the Africa. So this is the reason why Delhi Study Group and the young members of Delhi Study Group like me, Bhavya, taken up this initiative to welcome you all today at this grand program. Our forum is a non-political organization and also the non-profit work for the poor, downtrodden, handicapped and backward sections of society. So all guests are requested to take the seats. Now I would like to invite Dr. Vijay Jolly, Mozambique High Commissioner and Dean of African Missions, His Excellency Arlindo Augusto Ferreira, Ranveer Singh Piruri, Member of South Delhi, Dr. Vijay Mehta, Vice President Bhupendra Kansi, Subhash
Goel, Chairman of Airline Ethiopia, requests you to please come on the stage and take the seats.
Is Mr. Bhupendra Kansal there? He's coming in. He's coming in.
Okay, so booking by Dr. Jolly and Naneem Chawla to Mozambique High Commissioner Arlindo Augusto Ferreira. Sharma, a former MLA of South Delhi, President of Delhi Study Group, ex-Chief of Overseas Affairs. He did the judge in Ayodhya, collecting holy waters of 156 nations from 156 nations. So I would like to invite Dr. Vijay Jolly and have some words in front of him.
Please guys give a round of applause.
On behalf of Delhi Study Group, a prominent non-governmental organization working in the capital for the past more than 25 years, I vividly remember Excellency, the Dean of the African Head of Missions, His Excellency Armando Augusto Ferreira. Please give him a big hand. And also the head of the missions of more than 38 African nations. I remember 2015, 9 years ago, Delhi Study Group had the privilege. Corona pandemic capturing the world, Delhi Study Group has been successful. Have a permanent friendship in the past, in the present, and it shall be in the future. I can only remind, during the last 10 years of Prime Minister Narendra Damodar Das Modi, it was at the initiative of the Indian Prime Minister during the G20 presidency, in which he batted, in which he promoted the participation and the permanent membership of the G20 for the African Union. Sir, this is also because we consider Africa to be the gateway of the world. Today, India has emerged as the third largest trading partner with $103 billion US trade turnover with Africa. And for all my Indian friends, lawyers, doctors, engineers, architects, student leaders, professors, young politicians, young social workers, there are many spheres in Africa which are worth investing, exploring, whether it is agriculture, whether it is trade, whether it is cyber security, whether it is culture, whether it is maritime security, or whether it is the practical engagement in the defense and the military sphere. Delhi Study Group has always had this notion that this world is one great family. And in this one great world family, we also have the great privilege to welcome all of you today, sir. Though welcoming you all with the saffron scarf of the Delhi Study Group, which has a membership of around 2,600 active people in the capital. We are invited by the global governments. We prepare working notes. We interact at the national level, at the local level, and also at the international level. I can only acknowledge you people's presence by saying our love, our affection is not only with the world global community, but I also salute 3 million non-resident Indians. Sir, in your country, sir, in your country, sir, in your country, sir, in your country, who have contributed in the development of the adopted countries of their birth in Africa region. I have been to many places of the world. I've traveled to around 94 countries of the world as a young politician, as a businessman, promoting people to people connections and ties. And through today's program, once again, not only honoring you with my esteemed colleagues, with Vijay Mehta, who's our patron and who's also the Consul General, Honorary Consul of Romania, also my senior patron Subhash Goyal. I was the president of the Delhi University Students Union in 1980, and he was the president in 1977. He was the president of the Delhi University Students Union. I was the president in 1980. He is the chairman of the Ethiopian Airlines in India. A very prominent. Which one, sir?
GSL.
GSA. But more than that, he always promotes Indian tourism worldwide. Salute to you, Subhaji. Salute to Vijay Mehta also, one of my senior contemporary, Mr. Bhupendra Kansal, with whom I have a long association of more than 38 long years. It doesn't mean that we are old. I was young yesterday, I am young today, and I shall be young tomorrow. This is the notion with which we all work together. And the best part is that Delhi Study Group today has concised this program, and this program shall not only be followed by the Indian media over here, but it shall be followed on the social media in 156 nations of the world, because we believe in global connectivity, we believe in global friendship, we believe in talking, walking, dancing and engaging for mutual benefit. And you all people, you esteemed High Commissioners, Ambassadors, Shadi Affairs, Minister Councillors coming over here shall be recognized not only in India, not only by the government of India, led by my beloved Prime Minister Narendra Damodar Das Modi, on whose life and whose achievements my very senior member, Mr. Atul Singhal. Where is Mr. Atul Singhal? Come over here, Mr. Atul. Atul
Namaskar.
has concised a book by the name of Namo Impact, the achievements of Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the last 10 years. And this book he shall be releasing on 13, 3 days from now, on 13 Friday at India International Center. Atul cordially invites all of you to come to this program, a program which envisages to promote India and to promote the good work of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi at India International Center, Max Muller Bhavan, 13th of September at 11 o'clock, followed by a sumptuous lunch, which my great friend Atul will be hosting. He has only a dummy copy today, otherwise he would have distributed the copies today. The copies are in the printing, and we welcome all of you
Thank you very
to
much.
come
Thank you so
over
much.
on 13. The reason why I invited Atul on the stage is our members, our colleagues in different spheres, they do well, they deliver well, and they take it upon themselves, the initiative to connect with any country of the globe. And you High Commissioners coming over is a great honor and a pleasure for all of us. Once again, I would request all my Indian friends to give a standing ovation, ताली बजाकर अफ्रीकन हेड ऑफ स्टेट का अभिनंदन करें, प्रणाम करें We'll take up the program further with a few remarks by my two esteemed colleagues. In 2 minutes they will sum up because time is short and we have to honor with the trophies, with the gifts, hamper, and also a small note regarding India's offer to send qualified, skilled or semi-skilled labor to your parts of the world. Thank you, all of you, for coming over. We are so happy. Only during the Corona pandemic time period, we could not continue with the limited discussions like what we have today. We do programs on Indian films, Indian social work among the university students, and we had the privilege of connecting 20,000 students, online education, to the backward, needy and poor students of Guyana during the pandemic period. Our doors are open. We also help and assist people who are destitute. We also help widows in the education of their daughters. We also help the handicapped with various amenities which are granted by none other than my eminent colleagues who are office bearers of the Delhi Study Group. To name a few is Mr. Vikul Bansal. Vikul, can you just stand up? He has one of the best state-of-art manufacturing facility for Indian ducks, which are all certified by the European standards. So he also comes forward at various time intervals to help the destitute and the poor people in different spheres of life. We have Mr. Naseem Khan. Naseem Khan is also an office bearer, a devout Muslim, but he is one of the great young fashion designer of Indian furniture, which he exports worldwide. He shakes hands with the mighty, beautiful actresses of the Indian Bollywood. Thank you, Naseem, for coming over today. The reason why I made them stand, we have our social media convener, Mrs. Shalu Kumari. Shaluji, either and a big team of other friends. Anil Jindal, a chartered accountant. Anil, where are you, Anil? Anil is a chartered accountant and a very prominent member and the treasurer of the Delhi Study Group. He never makes me bleed for any money. We have Sardar HHS Lamba. Lamba ji, ek minute khadi hoyi hai. He is also a business person and one of the office bearers of the Delhi Study Group. I have many whom to name and whom. Jai Kishan Gupta. Where is Jai Kishan? Jai Kishan. He is the manufacturer of the food here. Come. Others are able to see you, Jai Kishan. And the one person who connects me with the global world is my executive secretary for the last 23 years. This young chap, Vijendra Yadav, from Uganda to America, from Norway to Indonesia. This is the gentleman who coordinates much of the social, political, diplomatic activities along with me. We all work 24 hours a day. We don't want to sleep. Sleeping is wasting time. We want to shake hands with you. We want to honor you. And we want you to take this message to your respective countries of Indian friendship and bonhomie. Thank you once again, all of you, for listening to me with rapid attention and also giving a rousing standing ovation. Mr. Kansal is asking me to state one thing on record. During the Corona pandemic, when people could not go from one part of the world to another. It was only the teamwork of the Delhi Study Group. We collected holy and river water of 156 countries of the world. We got the water through various means. We got the water of each country packed in a copper lota, a small copper pot, affixed the name of the country on it. China, Burundi, Niger, Uganda, Indonesia, Tunisia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, 156 countries, ocean and river waters collected in the name of Lord Ram. If you are a proud Muslim, I am a proud Hindu. You believe in your religion, I believe in my religion. We believe in each other's religion, whether it is Christianity, whether it is Hinduism, whether it is Islam, whether it is Jews, whether it is Buddhists, whether it is of any hue and cry. We collected the water of 156 countries of the world and organized a grand program in Ayodhya on 23rd April 2023. Today is 2024. If you go on the Google, you can put your fingers. Ayodhya Ram Mandir Jalabhishek.
Proud of you. We are proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Not only you are proud of me, I am proud of all of you. Because with you people's strength, we did, which was considered unachievable. And we organized a grand program in Ayodhya on 23rd April. And we poured the water of your country, sir. Sir, from Libya also, from Nigeria also, from different parts of the world. We have Mr. Brij Bhushan sitting over here. He was also there in Ayodhya that day. At a grand program, we offered the global water at the lotus feet of Lord Ram in Ayodhya. We did it. Some people said, you people have created a world record. I don't claim that. We did what was destined of us as a young Turk, as an Indian citizen who firmly believes in the Constitution of India and who has worked not only with the BJP Prime Minister, but in the past also with the Congress Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi, with Mr. Rahul Gandhi's father, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, because we worked for India, we worked for Bharat, we worked for the national spirit at various time intervals. I only invoke you, I only welcome you all once again, and I thank my Dean of the African Head of Missions. I remember when I talked over this program with Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of Seychelles. Can you please stand? Because I want others also to see you. I brought up this program with her. She said, I am one member of the African Union. Mr. Jolly, Dr. Jolly, you will have to talk to my Dean. And I am happy. You gave me the message. I connected that thread over to the Dean, and the Dean was so happy. And he immediately said yes to our program. We are so thankful to you, sir, that you have come. And now I would request Mr. Vijay Mehta, the Honorary Council of Romania, the patron of Delhi Study Group, who was previously our treasurer, but now he is in the share market. He is the national chairman of the largest share company and share trading. And shares can make or unmake destinies or companies. I will request Vijay to come and welcome you all for a 2-minute address. Vijay Mehta.
Honorable Excellency Mr. Ferrero, Delhi Study Group President Dr. Vijay Jolly, my very dear friends Mr. Subhash Goyal, Mr. Upendra Kansal, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure and honor to be addressing this excellent audience today, and which comprises of heads of state of a number of African missions, and also a very intelligent and nice audience of Delhi Study Group. Frankly speaking, I have always been in love with African continent. My friend Mr. Ganju also represents one of the countries from their Comoros, and he is the president of our association also. Now, the only thing which has always been I have not been able to find an answer, is that why the African continent has not yet been able to find its position in the world markets. Now, I think, so far as my knowledge goes, this is one of the richest continents in the world. There is huge reserves and there is a very big population which is now becoming richer and educated. But still the world is yet to recognize Africa. The trade between Africa and India is much lower than what it could be. My feeling is that with the continuous efforts of the African Union, and this can be enhanced to a very big extent, and the kind of people-to-people friendship which Dr. Jolly has just talked, once it starts cementing the trade relationships, it will become much stronger it can become much stronger in the days to come. In fact, I would like to request Dr. Jolly that in addition to this program which is organized today, a trade-to-trade meeting between the heads of African nations and the industrialists of India should be organized by Delhi Study Group. Lot of Indian investors are looking for new markets, and I can vouch for it that a lot of Indian industrialists, they are making huge investments in different parts of Nigeria, but majority of it is still unorganized. If you have a relationship with the political hierarchy of a particular country, they are buying thousands of acres of land in those countries and trying to cultivate them, and then a number of them are buying mines in African countries. But the same position, if done on an organized manner, can have a snowball effect, which can bring not only the people-to-people contact better, but also bring richness to both India and African continent, and this can cement into a very, very strong trade relationship. As Dr. Jolly mentioned, our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, is also very keen. That is why he invited Africa to be a part of the G20, which was organized in India recently.
So in the 53 countries of Africa, from Delhi we have 2 flights a day, from Bombay, from Chennai, Bangalore, and now we are starting from Hyderabad. So the biggest challenge for all the African countries is that being the richest continent, yet some of the poorest areas are there. So in my book on poverty eradication and economic development through tourism, I have given an action plan for India, which I had the honor of presenting to Mr. Modi. And so I send it to Delhi Study Group or to the D, to all the African missions. Although the book is about 15 years old, but it's valid. You see, we have these air bridges, and I have asked the Secretary of External Affairs to open the skies for Africa, because we want all African airlines to fly into India. Indian tourists, according to Singapore Tourism Promotion Board, are the largest spender in Singapore, in Malaysia, in Sri Lanka, in Switzerland, and in London. In Thailand, we are number 2 because there are about 40,000 Japanese who live in Thailand. So even if they buy fish, it is counted as shopping. So Indians spend a lot of money. We are also the largest investors in UK. So today, India is changing, being the fifth largest economy. Indian exporters are looking at new opportunities. So through the Delhi Study Group and dynamic leader Vijay, you should have been the minister, but you are the unofficial minister of external affairs of India. I give you this title today. But he does so much work in connecting, and we can definitely, Vijay Mehta, also my university colleague, we can have at least a Zoom meeting under the Delhi Study Group of investment opportunities in Africa, and we can have 2 or 3 states, countries at a time, and we can carry this program for about a month or so that all the major countries of Africa are covered, and there's a huge opportunity. So having said that, I think I don't want to take more time. My book will also be available through Delhi Study Group, or a lot of you have my cards. I can send it. And if you want to promote tourism to your country, we can do it free of cost. No problem. We have a huge data bank. So we are there at your service through the Delhi Study Group. Thank you, and thank you, Vijay, for giving me this opportunity.
Before and you all have the privilege of listening to the address of the Dean, and then following the program of felicitating the head of the African missions, I wish to put on record a very eminent person from the medical fraternity of India, who has given lifelines not to hundreds, not to thousands, multiply by thousands, people afflicted with cancer. And he is none other than the former chairman of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences and an eminent doctor, professor, all webbed into one. I salute you, sir, Professor G.K. Rath ji. Professor G.K. Rath is in demand all over the globe to set up cancer hospitals. And he is one of those senior doctors of the Indian medical fraternity who was given extension not once but many times in All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and the second biggest cancer hospital under his tutelage, to the investment of the Indian government worth 2,200 crores of Indian rupees, has come up in Jhajjar in Haryana, all under the leadership of Professor G.K. Rath. Sir, you're coming over, it's a great honor and a pleasure. Give him a big hand. I also want to introduce, 1 minute I will only take, His Excellency. One young doctor I met many years ago, even before we had come into power at the center. He said, I am working in America, but I want to come to India at the call of my Prime Minister. And really he came, leaving aside a very lucrative assignment in the United States of America, none other than the Delhi Study Group Secretary, Dr. Ashok Sharma. Ashok ji, khade ho jaye. These are young doctors who are providing an impetus to the younger generation. I just wanted them to be acknowledged and seen by you, clapped by you, so that the younger generation of India and worldwide also gets motivated. Now I have the privilege of inviting His Excellency, the Dean of the Head of the African Missions, and the High Commissioner of Mozambique, Mr. Ferreira, to come and address us all today. All for you, sir.
Thank you very much. Excellency Ravin Singh Bitur, Member of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Vijay John, President, Delhi State Group, Honorable Vijay Mehta, Patron of Delhi State Group, Honorable Upendra Kanziu, Vice President of Delhi State Group, Honorable Narendra Shah, General Secretary of Delhi State Group, and ex-South Delhi Mayor. Excellencies, Ambassadors, and High Commissioner present here, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all of you, and thank you very much for your presence here. We are so grateful. It is an honor to address you today as we celebrate the strong and growing friendship between Africa and India. An enduring bond that extends beyond diplomacy, and it is rooted in the connection between our people. On behalf of the African Aid of Mission in New Delhi, I express our deepest gratitude to the Delhi Study Group for organizing this event, and special gratitude to Dr. Jolie for have taken the initiative. We thank you very much. This felicitation is a recognition of our collective efforts to promote people-to-people friendship between our regions, an essential element of our partnership. The relationship between Africa and India has been shaped by shared histories, common struggles, and mutual vision for prosperous future. From our joint fight against colonialism to the cultural exchange that enriches our societies, this partnership has always been built on solidarity. A significant manifestation of this friendship is the vibrant Indian diaspora in Africa. Integrated into the economic and social fabric of African nations, the Indian community strengthens our ties. In parallel, the increasing number of African living, studying, and working in India reflects the deepening connection between our people. Education plays a central role in fostering this relationship. Through initiatives like the Government of India Scholarship, the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program, and the Indian Council for Cultural Relations Scholarship, thousands of African students have pursued higher education in India. These students are not only gaining knowledge, but also becoming ambassadors of goodwill, building cultural bridge between our regions. This educational exchange enriches both sides. African students in India contribute to the academic diversity, while their experiences here help them take valuable skills back to their home countries, where many go on to assume leadership roles. Our partnership is also reflected in dynamic economic ties. Over the past decades, trade between Africa and India has expanded significantly, evolving from simple exchange to a robust collaboration that includes investment, technology transfer, and capacity building. India remains one of the Africa's largest trading partners, with significant collaboration in key sectors such as agriculture, healthcare, IT, and renewable energy. This economic cooperation not only drives growth, but directly improves the life of our people. As we look ahead, we must continue to explore new areas of cooperation, particularly in digital transformation, infrastructure development, and sustainability. By doing so, we unlock the full potential of our partnership, driving growth and prosperity in both regions. India's strong advocacy for Africa on the global stage has been evident, particularly in its support for the African Union's inclusion as a permanent member of the G20. This significant step amplifies Africa's voice in global governance and reflects India's commitment to a more inclusive world order. The growing interaction between Africans and Indian parliamentarians further strengthens our relationship. These engagements are vital in building this collaborative framework that enhances cooperation, especially in governance, trade, and sustainable development. Our ties are not limited to economics, they are also anchored in a shared commitment to peace, security, and development. Through various agreements, our governments have enhanced cooperation in areas such as defense, counterterrorism, and climate change. The increasing number of African embassies in New Delhi highlights the importance of Africa place on its relationship with India. This diplomatic presence serves as a bridge, fostering closer cooperation and ensuring that our nation's interests are well represented. Ladies and gentlemen, the friendship between Africa and India is a powerful example of what can be achieved when nations unite with a common purpose. This bond is not just about governments working together, it is about our people building lasting connections through education, commerce, and cultural exchange. As we move forward, let us continue to expand this tie, deepen our economic cooperation, and strengthen our diplomatic engagements. Together, we will ensure that the partnership between Africa and India continues to flourish, bringing peace, prosperity, and progress to our region. I thank you very much for your attention.
Please give a big round of applause. So now I would like to invite all attendees, African ambassadors, high commissioners, and diplomats to come forward on the stage for a group photograph.
We will have a group photograph of all the excellencies, Her Excellencies, and then we will continue after the group photograph with the award distribution ceremony. Please. One minute. Let them pass the car. Chalu. Where's South Africa? Oh, I'll get with this. Bhupinder, Anil, Jindal, Loknath, come, office bearers. Naseem, you also come.
लगता है जोश खत्म हो गया है। Now I would like to call Tunisia Ambassador Mrs. Aya Tilmi Imimle to come forward and be facilitated by Subhash Goyal. Please give them a round of applause.
And we have a gift hamper.
Now, Court d'Ivoire Councillor Huasi Martin Anup to come forward and be facilitated by Vipul Bansal. Zimbabwe Deputy Head of Mission, Mr. Peter Hapwani. Please come forward and be facilitated by Vijay Netaji. Please give them a round of applause. Algeria Councillor Mr. Edil Badua by Vendor Consulji. Please come forward. Algeria Councillor Mr. Edil Badua. Now, South Southern Charge Affairs, William Madani, Ridam Road, Sitindra Muhariji. Please give them a round of applause. Uganda Charge Affair, Mr. Venika Phoenix Grace by Naseem Khan. Please come forward. Please give them a round of applause. Sudan Charge Affair, Mr. Oba Karna by Sardar Nihar Singh Ji. Please come to the stage. लगता है जोश की बहुत कमी है यहाँ पे।
बलिहार सिंह जी आओ ना। He is a member who has come from Punjab all the way.
Libya Charge Affair, Mr. Mohammed M. Ashwar by Lakshmi Narayan Ji. Please come to the stage.
How Lakshmi and Baba
हाथ तो लगा लो, हाथ लगा लो, हाथ में लगा।
Malawi Charsi Affair, Mrs. Caroline Namuna by Karuna Dardanji. Please come to the stage and be facilitated by our guests. Please give them a round of applause.
ये बाद में देना, ये भूपेंद्र करो, आप उधर आओ। She has worked with the biggest multinational company in India, Amway, for many years, and she used to take 5,000 Amway distributors to Canada, to US, on the ships, and she is our honorable member. Thank you.
Chand Ambassador, Mrs. Dilhar Lucian by Himanshu Karol.
Himanshu, out. Himanshu waters the water from many European nations of the world, and he is a very good blogger also. And that's your gift.
Urani Ambassador, Brigadier General Alois Vizen Devi by Ram Goel, by Tapsi Das. Please come to the stage.
Wow, Brigadier.
Please give them a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congo Republic Ambassador Raymond Serge by Jai Kishan Gupta ji. Please come to the stage and give them a round of applause.
I think he is one. We have to remember. Next.
Zambia Charsi Affair, Mrs. Delvi and Mumbai by Jai Kishan Gupta ji. Please come to the stage and we facilitate our guests. Now, Morocco Charsi Affair, Mr. Erchin Aloy Mirani by Rajkumar Ji Chatola. Please give them a round of applause. Rajkumar Ji.
Rajkumar Ji का जय किशन जी आप आओ।
Eritrea Second Secretary Des Pedret G. Kevre by Anjali Rana Ji. Please come to the stage and facilitate our guests and give them a round of applause.
अंजलि राणा, डॉक्टर जयसिंह बढ़िया आप आइए। Jaisingh Bhatia is a yoga expert. He runs yoga classes in the capital. He's a professor, Professor Jaisingh Bhatia, and he may be the MLA.
Kenya Councillor Miss Esther Karima by Digvijay Dixit. Please come to the stage.
Come.
Affairs, Mr. Selvi, is informed by Narayan Dutt Sharma ji. Please come to the stage and facilitate our guests. And give them a round of applause.
Narendra Sharma is a former MLA. He was previously in the Aam Aadmi Party. Now he is with My Parivar, the BJP. And a very robust young man. और ये भी
Tanzania High Commissioner Mrs. Anisa Kakufri MPK by HBS number.
Next.
Gambia Ambassador Mrs. Mustafa Jawara by Shubham Gupta. Shubham Gupta.
Shubham. Come in the center, sir. Where are you? Shubham, अपने हाथ से दो.
Gabon Charity Affairs Search Thierry Wanduku Omni by Tanisha Bhaiya. Namibia High Commissioner Mr. Gabriel P. Zinipo by Mithilesh Kumar. Mithilesh Kumar.
Mithilesh ji. Mithilesh is a grassroots level worker and a leader, and his wife was the former mayor of South Delhi, and he has worked very hard during that last 5 years. Mithilesh ji, आप अपने Thank you.
Gabon Charity Affairs Search Thierry Wanduku Omni by Vimal Bhatt.
Vimal Bhatt ji. Vimal Bhatt. किसका नाम?
Search Thierry Wanduku.
Gabon.
Gabon Charity Affairs.
I think he has also gone somewhere. Sorry, आपको रुकना पड़ेगा, वो भी नहीं है.
Comoros Holding Consul General Mr. K. Nanju.
Thank you. कौन दे रहे हैं?
Vijay Dhawan.
विजय धवन जी. पहले नाम उनका भी
इनके साथ मुझे भी खड़ा इनके साथ मुझे भी खड़ा
विजय
थैंक यू वेरी मच
विजय There are 3 Vijays. Vijay Mehta, Vijay Dhawan and Vijay Jolly given to Mr. K. Gandhi. So he says he is a victor. You are a victor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now I just want to say one thing. One of the ambassadors told me when the yoga teacher was here, let us request the Delhi study group to organize a yoga camp. We will. If not for 2-3 days, at least for 1 day.
Done. Done.
Thank you.
We will do it.
Mauritius High Commissioner Mr. Hemant Doyal William by Jayanti.
Jayanti
Jayanti
Thakur.
Thakur.
जयंती आगे आओ. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Cedric C. Crowell by Sapna Kumari.
Member of the Ladies Study Group. और ये दिया उनको
Thank you so much, Dr.
Assistant High Commissioner Mrs. Haryusa Lalatina by Satendra Chaudhary. Satendra Chaudhary.
Satendra Chaudhary ji, he was here. किसका नाम?
Please
Dr. Ashok Sharma. Dr. Ashok Sharma ji.
Please give them a round of applause.
Tohuri Public Charity Affairs, Yabu Edim Aping Madhav by Hira Majokar. Tohuri Public Charity Affairs, Yabu Edim. Lesotho High Commissioner Mrs. Leboham Valenti by Shukla Bharadwaj. A big round of applause.
And also our Secretary of the
Angola Ambassador Mr. Clementine Kavanagh by Lubna Asif.
Lubna is a very eminent Urdu journalist, and she is also the secretary of the Daily Study Group.
Niger Charity Affairs Mr. Mustafa Abu Bakar Gyori by R.T. Bugandi. Do we have R.T. Bugandi here?
Please come on.
Aarti has come all the way from Roorkee. She is also a member.
Nigeria Minister Councillor Mr. Ahmed Tijani Nawaz by Anju Mehrotra. Come on guys, please give them a big round of applause.
Anju Mehrotra is the principal of one of the largest public schools in South Delhi by the name of Kalka Public School. And we had the privilege of working in the Daily Study Group for the last many years.
Rwanda Second Councillor Mr. Emily Premsi by Mira Kamaria. Secretary, Mr. Faya Foku. Linear Public Second Secretary. Linear Public Second Secretary, Councillor, Mr. Faya Foku Milimono.
For not following the due protocol, which is when we honor the excellencies or the ambassadors or the high commissioners in the order of the diplomatic precedence. But since whosoever confirmed us first, so we put the name in that order in our list. I apologize to you, Dean, but the list which you gave us, that was according to the seniority, and I saw to it that I would ring up each and every High Commissioner, Ambassador and Shahji Affairs, though we got confirmation of a few at the last fag-in, but since not only from the African continent, but I also have a friend from the Palestine Minister Counselor. Can you just stand up for a minute? We do hope that peace prevails in your part of the world. And our Foreign Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, with whom I worked very closely in the past, he has reportedly called for an immediate ceasefire while at the same time condemning the concept of terrorism in all parts of the globe. But we want peace to prevail, not only between Israel and Palestine, but also in the war between Ukraine and Russia. Before we end the program, I still wish to repeat, if the Congo Republic ambassador is present over here, he came over but he left early. The Zambia Charity Affairs also, Mrs. Delev N. Mumba, she has also left. And now I would request all of you to join us for high tea at the back. And we also accept the kind invitation to the Delhi Study Group, after talking to the Dean, to have a day of yoga session, probably on a holiday, and also that we can organize in any of the missions premises in the capital with our experts, yoga professor, Dr. Jaishin, coming over, and also Sadhvi Sapnaji. I also wish to put on record and great appreciation for the kind and the gracious presence of Sadhvi Sweta Reddy, who is a Mahila Morcha Netri of the ruling party of India, and she has, could you just stand up for a minute? She has come over here to bestow her blessings on all of us. Pranam, Netri ji, Sadhvi ji, Pranam, and thank you all. I would request all of you to join us for high tea in the back lawns. Thank you once again for all coming over. Thank you. Thank you. और निवेश के माध्यम से भारत और अफ्रीका के व्यापार को एक नया आयाम देने की कोशिश दिल्ली स्टडी ग्रुप ने आज के इस कार्यक्रम से की है। मुझे अक्सर लोग कहते हैं कार्यक्रमों में 5 एम्बेसडर आ जाएं, 15 एम्बेसडर आ जाएं, 20 एम्बेसडर आ जाएं, वो काफ़ी होता है। मैं तो 38 पे भी रुकने वाला नहीं हूँ। मेरी आशा है, विश्वास है, भारत और अफ्रीका के संबंध और प्रगाढ़ हों और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की पहल के ऊपर G20 की अफ्रीका यूनियन को जो परमानेंट सदस्यता मिली, उसका भी हम गुणगान ना केवल अपने भारत में अपितु इन देशों के लोगों के बीच में करें, जिससे कि भारत के प्रति सम्मान भी बढ़े, व्यापार भी बढ़े और दोनों देशों के लोग पीपल टू पीपल फ्रेंडशिप के नाते और मजबूती की ओर बढ़ते चले।
सर, आप प्रमोशन देते हैं पीपल फ्रेंडशिप का, अफ्रीका के देशों को सम्मानित कर रहे हैं। कभी आपने महसूस किया कि अपने पड़ोसी देशों के साथ
मैत्री भाव सम्मानित कर? पड़ोसी देशों के अंदर विशेष तौर से नेपाल, बांग्लादेश, श्रीलंका, भूटान, इन देशों में तो और इन देशों की सरकारों ने दिल्ली स्टडी ग्रुप के डेलीगेशंस को समय समय पर अपने देशों में आमंत्रित किया है। वहाँ के मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, वहाँ के बिजनेस एंटरप्राइज के लोग, वहाँ के राजनीतिज्ञ, वहाँ के पत्रकारों से भी हमारा सतत संबंध रहता है और उनके राजनयिक हमारे कार्यक्रमों में हमारे निमंत्रण पर हमेशा आते हैं और पीपल टू पीपल फ्रेंडशिप बढ़ाने के इस कंसेप्ट को और बल देते भी हैं।
शर्मा जी, आज के मौके पर आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
मैं तो यही कहना चाहूँगा, हमारे बड़े भाई भारतीय जनता पार्टी के युवा नेता आदरणीय मोदी जी की जो नीति है, देश में नहीं अब तो विदेशों में भी अपने मित्र देशों को अपने देश में बुलाकर सम्मान देना, हृदय के नज़दीक लाना। जैसे कि अभी भाई ने बोला कि पड़ोसी देशों पर जब भी आफत आई है, भारत ने बड़े भाई का कर्तव्य निभाया है और बहुत से ऐसे देश हैं धरती पर जिनसे आज भी भारत के देश के प्रधानमंत्री, हमारा देश बड़े भाई की तरह छोटे भाइयों का हमेशा सुनता है। अफ्रीकन देशों में जैसे आप बता रहे हो, सभी देशों को स्थायी सदस्यता मिलनी, उस प्लेटफॉर्म पर लाकर खड़ा कर देना जहाँ उन देशों को अलग थलग छोड़ रखा था। जहाँ तक मैं समझता हूँ कि हमारे विदेशों से जल संग्रह करने का काम था, इसी सबसे टफ काम है दुनिया से जल अभिषेक के लिए, हर नदी से, हर समुद्र से, हर देश से भगवान राम के अभिषेक के लिए। तो एक बहुत बड़ा काम डॉक्टर विजय जॉली जी को दिया है और जहाँ तक मैं समझता हूँ आज भी जो ये काम हो रहा है आदरणीय मोदी जी की प्रेरणा से हमारे डॉक्टर विजय जॉली जी इसको कर रहे हैं और ये बहुत आगे तक जाएगा। अभी 38 हाई कमिश्नर विदेशों से आए हैं, अपने अपने देशों का भारत में प्रतिनिधित्व करते हैं और हो सकता है इससे आगे भी जाकर सैकड़ों की तादाद में भी देशों के हाई कमिश्नर आने वाले टाइम में जॉली जी के द्वारा सम्मानित हों।
आखिरी सवाल सिर्फ आपसे है, इस तरह का प्रोग्राम होता है, कभी नेशनल हीरो को आप सम्मानित करते हैं, कभी इंटरनेशनल संबंधों के धरातल पर इस तरह के प्रोग्राम दिल्ली स्टडी ग्रुप और विजय जॉली जी करते हैं। कहीं ना कहीं एक प्रोग्राम के बाद अगले प्रोग्राम के लिए जो रेखा बनती होगी, तो बताएंगे कि अगला ऐसा क्या सुपरसोनिक प्रोग्राम करने का दिमाग में जॉली जी के उत्साह होता है?
अभी सुपरसोनिक का कार्यक्रम करने की तो कोई मन में परिकल्पना नहीं है, लेकिन मैं अगले सप्ताह अमेरिका का दौरा कर रहा हूं और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का भारतीय मूल के लोगों को 22 सितंबर को न्यू जर्सी में संबोधन के अंदर भारतीय मूल के लोगों के साथ उसमें सम्मिलित होऊंगा और उनका मनोबल बढ़ाने की भी कोशिश करूँगा।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
मित्रगण हैं वो इसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और हम भी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और हम चाहते हैं कि देश में इसी प्रकार मैत्री का संबंध, सौहार्दपूर्ण, प्रेमपूर्ण संदेश हमारा हर विश्व में, हर कोने में होना चाहिए, ऐसा मैं समझती हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम।
आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे, भारत और अफ्रीकन देश के जो उच्चायुक्त, आज कई उच्चायुक्त आए जो वहाँ प्रतिनिधित्व करते हैं, आज जिस तरीक़ा से मैत्री पूर्ण भाव हमेशा भारत रखता रहा है, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे इस बारे में, आज के प्रोग्राम के बारे में?
जय श्री राम। मैं हूँ साध्वी श्वेता रेड्डी, नेशनल मीडिया हेड फॉर भारतीय जनता पार्टी मजदूर सेल, and also I was been the board member for Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam. Now I'm also looking after Hanuman News Delhi, for which I'm founder chairman. It is glad and I'm privileged today to be invited for this wonderful event where the African High Commissions and the Indian Delhi Group of Study, the founder chairman Vijay Jali ji is doing a wonderful job. Today you may see this Hermindo Augusto Ferreira, Dean of African Heads of Mission and High Commissioner for Zombique, and it's a wonderful connection between Africa and India. As you know that already so many doctors, so many engineers and so many students who are studying there at Africa, and Africa is playing a very vital role for mines. There are so many friends from South. I'm from South Asia. I worked as senior journalist for Telangana, Andhra Media, then turned into political spiritual. हम बहुत सनातन के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, सनातन को रक्षा करने के लिए 24/7 आधे रात भी हम तैयार होता है। साउथ अफ्रीका में हमारा साउथ और आंध्रा लोग काम कर रहे हैं माइनिंग का, और साउथ अफ्रीका इज अ बिग प्लेस फॉर ट्रेडिंग ऑल्सो, एज यू नो दैट. Today, India, South Africa trading, India, South Africa medical organizations, India, South Africa study organizations, India, South Africa overseas consultancies, India, South Africa fashion platform, ऐसा बहुत इंडिया और अफ्रीका के बीच जो रिश्ता है बहुत बढ़िया है. And as a Sadhvi, I wanted to request all the ambassadors and all the high commissioners who have visited and who have attended this event to develop our spiritual temples in almost all the states of African countries, to develop our Sanatan Dharma. Everybody and the high people here who have been invited have told many things about business and about the global relationships. As a Sanatani, because of Ram Das Manohar Guruji from the wonderful place, the holy place, Ayodhya, and he's also been the Guruji for Anand Benji, as you know that. So I'm requesting on behalf of Guruji and behalf of Sanatan, जो लोग इधर काशे पहन रहे, जो लोग इधर टीका डाल रहे, सभी लोगों की तरफ से मैं अमेरिकन हाई कमीशन हो, अमेरिकन डीन्स हो, जो भी हो, अफ्रीकन डीन्स हो, जो भी हो, उनको एक ही रिक्वेस्ट, एक ही विनती करना चाहती हूँ कि जहाँ जहाँ इंडिया अफ्रीका रिश्ता है, वहाँ representing that friendship, वहाँ एक टेम्पल होना है, एक धार्मिक टूरिज्म डेवलप होना है.
जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम. धन्यवाद.
राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान